Alrighty, so I think Google is penalizing AI content based on the data I'm seeing from my clients' websites and from my own websites. Um, all the pages, and these are no websites, these are pages, all the pages using AI content have been penalized. Um, Except for some people who have been sending me messages on YouTube. Some have been emailing me saying that even despite their website having AI content, they have not been hit. My answer to them is maybe Google has not come around to their website, and which is why the website has not been hit. Because as of this recording, Google is still rolling out the algorithm update. So if your website has not been hit and you've got a ton of AI generated content, my advice to you would be is to find a way to remove that content from your website, because or have it rewritten by a human being. You hire someone to do it or do it yourself, because you're gonna be hit. Two of my websites that I were running and it was doing really well before the update got hit because some of the pages, to be more precise, had AI content. Now, the pages that were doing the best were the ones with AI content because they were ranking very well. Now, the way I generated AI content was using a GPT-3 tool, a very well trained tool. I'm not gonna give names out here because I don't want people saying that I'm selling this tool or I'm doing anything. But the tool was very good. It did a really good job of writing content. Most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference, me included. It did require some editing, which I did. I did edit the content, make sure for readability, for everything else, it went great. It flowed properly and everything. But those pages with AI content got hit. Entire websites that had 70-80% AI content. One of my clients had these websites was entirely de-indexed from Google, and this is in line with what Google said in April, and this is from GBC News, I'm sorry. And they said utilizing AI writing tools for content creation is a controversial topic, which is often debated by SEO specialists. The leading search engine, Google, however, has established its attitude towards AI-generated content. John Mueller, Google search engine advocate, has made it clear that AI content generated with AI tools is against webmaster guidelines of the company. Google, however, may not be able to detect this content automatically. Now, here's the thing: Google can detect AI generated content because there are free websites that can detect AI generated content. They can detect. There's a GPT-2 detector that detects to a great deal of accuracy, detects GPT-2 generated content. I have not come across a tool that can detect GPT-3 generated content, but I'm sure that Google is one step ahead of all the spammers, and Google just sees this as spam. So even if you're not a spammer and you're generating quality content using AI somehow, or you have your own AI algorithm to do that, it's not going to work. So whether it's Jarvis or whether it's article writer AI or whatever, it's Google just sees it as spam, and there's a reason for that, which I'll go into in a second. So John Mueller said that the search platform views AI written content as spam. The representatives also claim that Google doesn't take into consideration how and which tools were used to create content. So that's regardless of the tool. At the same time, Search Advocate didn't have any claims about the automated detection of AI generated content. Most probably, human reviewers are required to identify whether the content was written by machines. Again, I disagree, because AI content tools can be, they're predictable, because AI is not exactly intelligent as a human being. So it can be predictable because they're working on data points. So GPT-3 has more data points than GPT-2, and GPT-2 has more data points than GPT-1. So depending on how your content, what algorithm it was trained on, it is very well, it's very well within the realm of possibility that it can be detected. So my advice to anyone who has AI generated content on the website is, remove that content from your website. I'm already in the process of working with my clients to get the websites indexed again, especially one of my clients whose websites were de-indexed because I didn't know this and he didn't tell me this, but more than 70% of his content was AI generated content. When his website got de-indexed and he went totally from being on page 1 for 12 of his keywords to 0 of his keywords anywhere on Google search after the update hit. I asked him, I'm looking at the backlinks are okay, I'm looking at the site structure is okay, I'm looking at the meta description, the meta descriptions are okay, all tags are in place, but he's not ranking. So I asked him, write up, did you use AI content? And he said, yeah, we had a guy who was in-house, who sat down, he generated AI content, and he went ahead and edited that content and make sure that it flowed well, and he posted it on 90% of our blog posts are AI generated, but the main pages, the home page, the service page, and all the other pages that were considered the main pages did not have AI generated content. Only supporting pages like blog posts had those AI generated content. The problem was that when I came and I started doing SEO, I siloed those pages to those main pages to pass on link juice. What happened was when Google indexed it, and then the update came, they got penalized. When Google and this indexed it back in, I think it was last year, because the client onboarded last year. When Google indexed it, the website within weeks went from nothing to page 2 and then page 1. They did very well. Client was very satisfied. But now, because they were using AI generated content, it's a problem. So now we've had to rewrite all of their content. We're working on rewriting everything, making sure that it's written by a human being. So we've hired a person who does that in-house, so that I know that this person is not using an AI content generator. Some of the stuff I'm doing myself, but this is a huge client and they've been hit very hard, and they're a very established name in the industry. So if this is you, if you've used AI generated content, make sure that you fix this issue before the algorithm figures that out, that your website has this content. Now, does that mean AI generated content is dead? Yes, it's dead for now until there's a better algorithm that can figure it out, that can outdo Google, that can outsmart Google. But will I be risking it, moving forward? No, I will not risk using AI content on any of my money-making websites, on any of my clients' websites, and I'll make sure to ask every client if they have AI-generated content on their website before even taking on their job. So, if this was helpful, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.